Andrew Anderson won the PBA Mike Aulby Nevada Classic earlier today. His first singles championship in over 7 years. So finally got his fifth career PBA Tour title. So shout out to him. But recap what happened in the Nevada Classic for the PBA. First you had Jesper Stevenson go against Alec Kaplinger. And this was actually pretty close throughout the first 5 frames. And then Jesper, he had a bad 6 frame, around 6, 7 frames is when it went downhill. Then Kaplinger, he ended up winning 257 to 214 to advance to match 2. Then you had Ethan Farrow versus Alec Kaplinger. These two guys I haven't heard of much in the bowling scene, just finding out about them today. But they battled like it was down to the wire. It was this and the next matchup to follow. Like it was two really down to the wire games. And then Ethan, he finished with a 247, and Kaplinger, he was at a 248. He needed 3 strikes to win. He had to strike out that 10th frame, and this was the 10th frame. That first roll ended up getting 9 pins, and that lost him the game. Wasn't able to advance, and that happened back to back. Actually, he had 2 9-pin situations. So Ethan Farrow, he ended up winning 247 to 226. And Ethan, he was the youngest in the step ladder of the last 5 guys. Definitely one of the youngest in the PBA. And then he had to go up against EJ Tackett, who this was a great one. It was down to the wire. It was looking like EJ Tackett was going to lose this one. He finished with a 238 because he wasn't able to strike out. Then Farrow, he had a 9-pin late into the matchup, which put him down 20, and he needed a strike. Then he needed a strike to tie it to keep it at 238 apiece, and that's what happened. Then you had to roll off. So essentially what the roll off is in bowling, if 2 guys finish with the same score after 10 frames, you have to do a roll off, see who can get the most strikes. So EJ will go first if he get a strike, then Ethan will go next, and he gets a strike, and they keep going. And if count this again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 roll off rounds, and it took EJ Tackett had 7 straight strikes. Then Ethan, he had 6 straight, but he wasn't able to get the 7th one as it ended in a 9-pin, and EJ Tackett was able to advance to the championship game, the championship match. That was a fun one. Like Ethan, he really showed out in this tournament. He won. I mean, he won one, lost one, but he looked great. And then Andrew Anderson beat EJ Tackett 237 to 181. Like EJ Tackett, he was tired at this point. You could tell like he wasn't the same as he was in that last round with having to do the roll off. So shout out to Andrew Anderson.